Yo, what's up? So good to see you as always. So there's one goal I got on my mind right now. It's getting late. I just want to have some fun and make a sick track before I hit the sack. All right, let's just go ahead and just do that, right? We got a couple little things here. Easy peasy. All right, that was a weird one, but we can fix that real fast. Then go to 3 and quantize. Nice, back into the game. Oh, and by the way, all these drum sounds are from a new sample pack I made with this, the trusty 606, and a bunch of my distortion pedals. Link down below. It's $5 in case you're curious. But anyway, let's get back to it. So in this patch here, I got 2 snares. We have this one, really harsh, and then the softer one, which let's go ahead and play that in. So I'm going to go to velocity mode and then cool. And now I just want to make sure I have a bit more variation to the drum sequence itself. It's only 2 bars, but I'm going to utilize this little section here to do something really cool. I've been falling in love with these different trick conditions. Oh, and by the way, yes, I do work at Electron. I'm a contractor there. I've been using Digitakt for years, but this is just me jamming. That's my day job. I'm just here having fun. You know, some people want to know these things, full transparency. Anyway, back to this. I'm going to do something really cool with these last kicks here. So if we play it as is, it goes pup, 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 and I don't want that to happen. But what I do want is this like drum fill to happen once in a while by chance. So I'm going to set this first trigger to about 60%. Then I'm going to set this trigger to previous negative, which means if the previous kick does not happen, this will happen. And then I'm going to set this one to say previous positive, which means if this kick does happen, this one does happen. So this means it's going to basically do this pattern, right? Boom, 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 boom. But if this kick, which has a 60% chance that happens, then this pattern shows up, which is boom, 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 boom. Watch. Boom, there it is. It skips that, right? Which is great. So it's just a fun way to kind of introduce a little bit of randomness, but in a way that's a bit more controlled. It's not just constant probability. There's actually a percentage, a 60% chance that these 2 drums are going to kind of change up and have a predictable drum fill. Just a simple thing to have. Okay, let's get some chords up in here. See what we got on the Nord. That's cool, I like that. So let's go ahead and go to our sampling. Oh my God, I completely forgot what the hell the notes were. What is it? We start on A, right? No, we start on D, my bad. Okay, cool, here we go. Boom, there it is. All right, so I want to do something kind of weird with this sample. We're going to go into grid mode and I'm going to choose 16 slices, right? We'll set this to 64 bars for this pattern specifically. And then I'm going to put in our classic, just 16 steps, pasted it across the 4 pages. Now hit yes, linear locks. Now I want to see what happens if I do random locks. This is okay. Let me try and just do 1 bar of random. Okay, this is kind of cool. And I actually like where the 1 is on this. Now we can shorten this up. Right, and then we'll go into our delay. Okay, that's cool. What about home? This is cool, but it's kind of adding a bass tone, which I don't want. So I'm gonna go back to multi-mode. And then we're just gonna go and choose our filter cutoff for our LFO. Right here, multi-mode filter frequency, hold, wave shape, random. Yo, this is sick. Now, I'm gonna jump over to track 9, and on track 9, I have it going to the Micromonsta, and I'm gonna turn down the Nord and send it to the Digitakt, so I can actually play this thing, which is pretty cool. Okay, let me just play this. This is kind of cool. Delay, more reverb, volume down. Okay, so that's on 9. Now on 10, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take track 9 and then just copy it onto 10. Screw that, I actually already know. Oh, perfect. Yeah, Costa is exactly what I wanted because this is a bass I really like on the Micromonsta. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bass right now, but if you go low enough. Let me make some changes on the first patch's volume. It's just a little loud. Okay, I messed up on that, but that's fine. We'll just set it to the last. Oh yeah, let's get our compressor going to really bring it all together. Oh, I guess another thing to note is I don't have any of this coming through the Digitakt to glue it all together. I'm gonna change that up real fast. All right, now that that's all coming in, off. Let's see what else we got on here. I do want to get some strings, which is what I love. Ooh, I like this, so I actually want to record this in, again, in Totalmix. I just need to turn off something. I'm just going to grab this real fast. You know, it's so funny. I probably have a million of these same string samples across a bunch of different notes because I use it all the damn time. I don't know, we'll do it in like a 12-step loop thing. So I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna set our hold to just be 12 steps. And then I'm gonna set this pattern length to just be 12 steps also. And it's not much, but maybe some of the scholars out there will pick up on it eventually. Okay, cool, now let's bring in the rest of the stuff. Yo, this bass is huge. Let's try and get a little bit of a better mix going here. So this is fine, but I want this kick to be hitting a little harder. And then in our filter frequency, we're gonna just get it. There it is. Right, so now I'm gonna go to our bass track and I'm gonna turn the bass. Well, you know what? The bass is kind of where it's at level-wise, but we'll turn it down here. I'm gonna unmute it and just bring it in. Oh, it's getting real crunchy down low. Maybe too crunchy, right? We'll take a little bit off this kick. You know what? We'll let the kick live there, but I'm gonna just use the bass width. Now we're gonna go into our chords and I'm gonna bring those back in, but slowly with volume. Now same with our string sample, unmute it. That's cool. Those kind of came together. Okay, you know what? Let's try one more thing before we roll out of here. We're gonna go ahead and paste this onto the next pattern. Jump over here. And we're gonna try and create a more simplified version of this, right? So we're gonna take out that lead line. This is our chord chop, and I'm gonna set this to just linear. And this is 1 bar, so we need to go 2 bars. And on top of this grid is set a little high, so we'll set it to 16. And then here, our, this is our ride. We'll get the ride out of here. Go into our hi-hats and we'll just go straight on. Give us a little bit of swing. And actually for this, we're gonna set it to 4 steps and we're gonna create a little bit of a rhythm. So we're gonna turn our velocity down, velocity up for these two, and then down again. Just let it dance a little. Dude, this is slamming. Bring a little bit of the drive back in. Ah. I found the groove. Now, is this still running in? Man, the only downside right now is that I want to record in this. But I'm running the Micromonsta into here, but whatever, we can skip that for a split second. One sec, I need to do this. So this is all my Digitakt channels here. You can see that the Nord is going in there, but this one that's labeled Octatrack is actually Micromonsta. We're gonna turn that down. So now on the Digitakt, if I play the Micromonsta, we can just hear it. But if we look at our incoming audio, it's not there. But if I play the Nord, it's still there. The downside here is it's not going through the compressor of the Digitakt, which I really like, but hey, this is a tiny setup. You can't have everything, right? Whoa! That's how hard I was pushing that compressor. Hopefully it sounds cool. Let's see. Okay, bunch of weird stuff in here. We'll call it whatever. And I'm gonna assign this to, we'll do 14. Now if I go to 14, it's in here, but let's again push this to something new. We're gonna go to grid. We're gonna go to 32 steps. And let's let the machine play us. We'll play in something here. I'm playing that in just to give myself the rhythm of where I want the hits to land. Now I'm gonna hit random locks on those. And you can see they're kind of landing in weird places, right? That's okay to me. I'm gonna open these up. Let's try it, smaller grid. I like this last bar and this beginning bar. So I'm gonna shift this over 8 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have, that's cool. And I wanna set this to 16 steps. Why there's me way in the background? And then we'll go to our LFO, multi-mode filter frequency. Our trigger page, don't trigger the LFO, but on the first one, trigger it. And I'll set this to be a down saw, get it to the tempo. Let's go ahead and mute basically everything. Just to give it a little bit of rhythm, right? So this sounds crazy, but you kind of get the idea. We're using speed. There we go. Just to kind of give it some more movement and more element when it's moving. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Back to 3, 4. We're gonna push this back in into the Digitakt and then get rid of it here in our headphones. Yo, there it is, my friends. Like I said at the beginning, 606 sample pack down below in case you're curious. You kick this more than enough. Until next week, I would love to see you again. You already know the drill. Share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.